Weeks after giving birth, a strange symptom left an Aussie mom staring death in the face.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Mom to a newborn baby, Emily Smith, 26, was happy, healthy, and newly engaged when she started suffering some common symptoms. Feeling tired and complaining of flu-like aches and pains, the new mom put them down to night feeds, wedding plan stress, and a bad cold. But just 6 weeks after giving birth, Emily discovered she didn't have a common cold at all. She needed a new heart and fast. Scans revealed Emily's heart, which should have been the size of a clenched fist, was actually 2.5 times that and functioning in just 5%. The shock news came after what had been a textbook pregnancy for Emily, from NSO and her fiancé Dylan. Everything had gone smoothly until, 4 days off full term, Emily went for a routine scan. That's when an abnormality was picked up. "My baby was measuring about 4 weeks behind where he should have been," Emily tells. With doctors concerned about the baby boy's development, Emily was induced that night. Emily pushed her worries aside and focused bringing baby Hudson into the world, weighing a tiny 2.9 kilograms. He was small, but perfect, and 2 days later, he was well enough to join his parents at home. Emily threw herself into the whirlwind of new motherhood, but she gradually started to feel unwell. "It was about 6 weeks after I had given birth, and I felt so sick," she explains. "I thought I had a chest infection." Soon, Emily was struggling to walk from the living room to her bedroom without being out of breath. At times, the mom would gasp for air. She lost her appetite, and there were multiple occasions where she thought she was going to faint. Her doctor recommended a lung test in case she had a blood clot. Apparently, it was quite a common postpartum issue, Emily says. "He didn't seem overly concerned, but for peace of mind, I went to the emergency room that night to get an x-ray." Worried about her tiny 6-week-old baby, Emily didn't want to take any chances with her own health and drove to the small district hospital closest to her house. However, as hospital staff reviewed her scans, their tone on Emily's condition changed. The small local hospital made the decision to move the mom to a bigger, more equipped hospital so she could undergo further testing. There, the 26-year-old was told that she had peripartum cardiomyopathy, an uncommon form of heart failure that happens during the last month of pregnancy or up to 5 months after giving birth. But Emily's enlarged heart was operating at 5 to 10%, and the symptoms she was experiencing were those of heart failure. While doctors deliberated on the best course of action, Emily's condition worsened. The new mom was then told a new heart would be the only option. "It took me around 2 hours to wrap my head around the news," Emily says. "But at the end of the day, it was a life-saving operation. If this is what I need to be able to see my son grow up and finally get married, well, it is what it is." Placed on the emergency transplant list, Emily was added to both the Australia and New Zealand directories. Staff advised her that she may receive a few phone calls about potential matches, but not to get her hopes up because it could take years to find her perfect heart. Unable to leave hospital, Emily was desperately missing her family and prayed she would find a heart soon. And after just a week and a half, she received her first possible heart match. "It was a little strange getting that call," she reveals. "Obviously, someone had to die in order for me to get the heart." Miraculously, the heart was a perfect match. Emily was quickly prepped for surgery and whisked away into the operating theater. Her old heart was successfully removed, and the new one took its place. She was also fitted with a temporary pacemaker to help her body transition. "Everything went great," Emily smiles. "I woke up and wasn't really in pain. It was just my stitches that caused me discomfort." Not only was the transplant a success, her body quickly accepted the new heart and her pacemaker was removed. 2 weeks later, Emily walked out of hospital with a brand new heart and a smile from ear to ear. "I don't really think of it as someone else's heart," she reveals. "It is my heart, but it just took a different journey to becoming my heart." Finally, after a long wait, Emily was well enough to hold Hudson in her arms. The mom is now an advocate for organ donation, sharing the real possibility of saving lives. Emily will never know of the stranger who saved her life. But as she cuddles her little boy for the first time in months, she remains forever grateful for their gift. "My son still has his mum," she says. Emily's story is an example of Australian resilience. A recent study conducted by Noble Oak has found that when faced with challenging times, Australians are taking positive action to protect the ones they love. Australians are prioritizing spending time with family and those that do are happier. The research also found that Australians are also more willing to cut back on education expenses before life insurance, demonstrating a desire to protect our family and loved ones into the future.
Thanks for watching until the end. Watch the videos on your screen and subscribe for more amazing stories.